Good night, everyone, and welcome to the Ideation Training of the Agribusiness Technical Incubator. My name is Silverio Marin, and I am the coordinator of the Incubator program here in Belize for the FAO, and I will be your host for this evening's training session. This capacity building activity is being held under the project Technical Assistance for Inclusive, Sustainable, and Resilient Food Systems in the rural and peri-urban areas of the Cayo district as a result of COVID-19. This project is part of a TCP, a technical cooperation program that is between the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security, and Enterprise. The Ideation Training will offer support for the entrepreneurs to transform your ideas into proposed business models. This process will entail modifying and improving your business planning and/or creating a new business. The ideation process will be based on the Model C canvas, which incorporates the conventional business model and a proposed impact to your communities. This first phase of the ideation training will be conducted in a virtual environment through the use of video classes that will be broadcasted through the YouTube channel, that is, this channel that you're in. You will also be able to access more materials regarding the specific units that will be covered under each of the modules of the training through the Agribusiness Incubator Telegram channel. In this channel, you will also be able to share your comments, thoughts, and queries through the discussion option available in the channel. The link to the Telegram channel is posted in the chat. Additionally, you may access all the materials of this training through the Google Classroom. You will find the link to the Google Classroom in the chat box as well. Now, I have the pleasure of introducing the rest of the Incubator team. With us tonight, we also have Ms. Inessa Salome. Inessa, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Good night, everyone. It's a very interesting moment to be here with you. We are working for several months to introduce this project for all this audience. You are very welcome. My name is Inessa Salomão. I have this funny accent because I'm Brazilian. I'm not from Belize, but I'm here in Belize talking to you from San Inácio, Cayo district. So it's going to be a very, very good pleasure to have you in this training. I would have the pleasure to introduce yourselves to Model C Canvas tonight. And please reach us out using the chat box or the email.
Thank you very much, Inessa. Now with us, we also have Dr. Carlos Itza. Carlos, would you care to introduce yourself, please? Okay, we're going to have Carlos joining us in a moment. In the meantime, as an announcement, I'd like to welcome you to leave your comments in the chat box. And you can also find us on Telegram. You'll find the link to Telegram on the chat box as well. Okay, we will have to come back to Carlos. I would also like to introduce to you, as part of our team, Mr. Sergio Gomez. Sergio, would you care to introduce yourself, please?
Good evening, everyone. I am Sergio Gomez. I am the National Consultant for Agro-Processing for the project for FAO. It's a pleasure to have you guys here in this training. It's been several months of planning, so welcome and hope to see you all go through the training.
Thank you, Sergio. Along with us, we also have part of the team that is from the Bahamas. And as part of our team, we have Ms. Kantisha Ward. Kantisha.
Hi, everyone. Good night. Hope everybody is doing absolutely amazing. My name is Kentisha Ward. As Silverio said, I am the National Lead Consultant down here in the Bahamas. We're very excited to have you guys on board because we get to train you guys together from across nations. So, from all the way here in the sunny Bahamas, we get to work together to train everybody inside of this classroom. So, welcome everybody, and I'm very excited to have you on board.
Thank you so much, Kentisha. Along with us, we also have Ms. Precious Fortune as well from the Bahamas. Hi, Precious. Can you hear us? Okay, she seems to be experiencing some technical difficulties, so we will have to come back to her as well. We'd like to introduce now Ms. Tammy Archer.
I am the technical lead. I'm the digital consultant here in the Bahamas. I want to welcome everyone to this training. We look forward to having you and hosting this training, yes, all the way from our sunny islands in the Bahamas. I'll be the person in the background mostly, especially for this training, but I hope that everyone enjoys and you are all welcome.
Thank you, Tammy. Carlos, Dr. Carlos Itza, are you there? Okay, we seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties there with Carlos. Let's try Precious. Precious, are you there?
Good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure for you all to be on tonight. I'm so excited for this training to start for you all, and I'm wishing great success for everyone in this cohort.
Thank you very much, Precious. And this has been the team. This is the team that is going to accompany us throughout the period that we're going to be having this training. I'm talking about the period that we're going to be having this training. Let me just very quickly let you know that we have organized a series of 8 trainings that are going to be happening between now, December, and the end up to the end of January. We're going to have sessions at this time, usually at 7 p.m., as we've found that this is the most ideal time that people can join. And so we welcome all of you to join us in every one of our sessions. And we also invite you to be attentive to the Telegram channel, as we will also be sharing additional information on each of the units in the channel. At this time now, we will move on to the first session. We're going to start with an introduction to the Model C canvas. Inessa, are you ready? Alrighty, I see Inessa is joining us here now, and we want to welcome you, Inessa, and please go ahead and share all that you can during this period of time with our participants.
Thank you very much, Silverio. We are really excited with this opportunity. It's the big kickoff of this project. So we are going to start with a brief explanation and overview about this business model that is C model Canvas. We have this presentation, is a brief presentation, and I will be very, very glad to answer your questions after the presentation. So guys, what you are seeing in your video, in your screen, is the Model C Canvas. It's a table where we can place all of our information about a model of a business that we are going to start. So this ideation process is to help you to populate all these small blocks. In these small blocks, we are going to see three types of blocks. One of them is green, it's about theory of change. Another one is purple, that is about business flow. And the third one is organizational capacity, the gray one. We are going to have time to go through all of these contexts, all of this information, and we are going to share with you a series of materials that are going to organize your thoughts and help you to think about your business, that business that you have subscribed to this training. This training is part of something that we call pre-incubation or building a pipeline, the first start of a business before an incubation process. An incubation process is a process to strengthen and to improve the skills of the entrepreneurs and of the business. So if you're a smallholder and you need to improve what you are doing throughout your life, doing farming, this is the type of the process that we are going to have, the support that you need to improve your revenue, to get other types of markets and reach out your dreams, what you want to have with your business. So it's about this. The ideation process is where I want to go. What can I do? Okay. So let's go to the next block, the next slide. So we are going to talk about the Model C. Model C is a joint of two types of models. One that's about impact, how to work with your community. And the other type that is business canvas, that's something that's very used for any startup, for every type of activity, from the agriculture to the high technology, thinking about banking, every type, arts, creativity, every type of business can use this type of model. So what C model, why it's different, what it stands for? C model is to support the creation of a business that effectively integrate the business model with the social impact generating chain. The C model is here to make social impact business more robust and sustainable, to problematize, provoke, and instigate entrepreneurs, smallholders like you, about the way in which they think about the business they lead, is to align the teams of social impact business around their purpose and business model, and to create possibilities for clear communication about the overall business narrative. So C model is something that is going to put all this information together, and it's going to be shown in a very simple way for everybody. Of course, we can do a lot of research sometimes to take an information about our market or about the type of technology that we want to use, or the team, or how can we envision our revenue streams. But all of these can be summarized in this model. And next slide, please. So what we want from our side is to organize ourselves and help you in this ideation process with some leading questions. For instance, what is the problem that you'll be solving? How can we improve or start your business? What opportunities do you envision? What do customers like most about your product if you are right now working with your product? What other substitutes exist that might provide the same value as your product? How much will you be selling your product for? How does your product stand out from the competition? These are simple questions that we are going to work with you and guide you throughout all that blocks and organize the information to get a good idea that's going to be used as the model of we have as your business is going to be. Okay? Next one, please, Tammy. So guys, we are starting now. We are going to kick off this ideation process. You have an idea in your mind, so let's write it down. So what is ideation? Ideation is something that refers to the process of developing and conveying prescriptive ideas to others, typically in a business setting, what we are doing. This model canvas is something that you are going to start for the first time right now, but you can use it throughout your life, using it because it's a live document. Every time you are going to regenerate your process, start again, we think about your concepts and be very, very useful, this type of guidance to work year after year, thinking about planning your business, thinking about planning your suppliers, thinking about planning how do you envision your participation in this type of market. Okay, so the ideation process describes the sequence of thoughts from the original concept to the implementation. The ideation can spring forth from past or present knowledge. So if you are running your business, you can use the information that you already have, and you can foresee what you want. You can use external influences, opinions, convictions, and principles. So the ideation can be expressed in a graphical, that's the Model C canvas, or a written, so we can do some reports, or verbal terms, using all of this information that we are going to share with you, the examples, and we are going to provide about your own business. The next, please. So the C model will have a result. What type of result? The result of this model developed will have probably these following characteristics. It's going to be applicable. You're going to use it. It's a live document, and you can use the canvas to, if you are a representative or cooperative, it's very interesting because you can put all your board together, or you can invite all the associated guys for your cooperative to discuss the model that you are discussing, or think about what is that example of the business, the timeline, what we need in this timeline to have as a product that is going to be delivered to the cooperative. So we can use for the cooperative itself, or we can use for our business, for the smallholders, and for their information together. Okay? So it's recurrently usable. Every time that you reach part of your goals, every time that you see that you had some assumptions that are not so good, that you can improve, what you can do different, what you have learned about your market that you need to change, you go there and you change it easily, because the main information is available for you, is available for your team, is available for your cooperative and for your partners. It's very important to talk about your partners, because some of us work with other entities. We work with the government support, as we have the cooperative department that work with some of you, and the technical incubator will be a partner in your business. So a partner that's going to provide you some support, but is still a partner. Okay, so it's recurrently usable. So the information is going to be all placed in the same space. It's going to summarize your business. How can we start this ideation process? How can we get to this ideation process? Think about what you have started when you applied for this training. You have a personal dream? Is something new that you want to start? Or do you have a personal history, that's something that you are doing right now, or your grandmother or your grandfather or your father or your siblings, someone is working with you and you want to improve that? So we can use all this information that's part of your life to build this C model business canvas and this idea of your new business or your startup. The next one, please. In the end of this process, will be the Model C that we want from your side. It was just 3 flows full of blocks. Now these 3 flows full of blocks have several information put over there. You can use tick notes. You can just apply using some technologies that we're going to share with you throughout the next days. You can use Google spreadsheet or Excel spreadsheet to put this information together. You can write down in papers in small stick notes and put it in the paper. But what we want to envision is a flow of information, a flow of your ideas, that one block is connected to each other and is going to describe your idea, your business, or the improvement of your business, and how it's going to impact positively the society that is among us, that is in your community, in your village, or in Belize. That's it. So, saying that, I would like the next one. I would like to welcome all of you and say that this is a very, very huge kickoff, and we have a lot of things that to share with you. So can you imagine all of this information put together, and you have all this vision of what you're going to do for the next years? Okay, so this is what we want to share with you, and I thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you tonight. Thank you, Silverio. It's over to you. And I'm sure that we have some comments and some questions. So go ahead and let's discuss the next steps.
Thank you very much, Inessa. Thank you for such a wonderful presentation. I'm sure that everyone is very excited about the program, and I'm sure we're going to be getting lots and lots of questions as we go along. Let me just very quickly check our chat box. We haven't received any questions yet. Remember that you can also share your questions on Telegram. We have the Telegram channel link placed on the chat box, and you can connect and you can follow us through the Telegram channel. Okay, so we have a first question. This is Andy Khan is asking if you can please send the Model C plan on Telegram. Andy, we are going to be sharing the Model C canvas with you all on the Telegram channel. We're also going to be sharing with you all other information that we will have available that will help you to create this Model C canvas as we go along, looking at all the different units and the different topics. Alex Rash is asking if we will be given access to the various PowerPoint presentations. Yes, Alex, I have very good news for you. You will be able to access all the presentations through our Google Classroom. You can access the Google Classroom through the link that is provided in the chat box. Okay. So Lucio Chiak is asking about the possibility of growing vanilla in Belize. It's something that we can explore. We can certainly have a conversation about it, and I'll give you the contact information for you to be able to reach us with these kinds of questions that are they're very focused. You can give us a call at 842-8535 or 804-2191. Again, I'll repeat the numbers for you to reach us. It's 842-8535 or 804-2191. The Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture in Central Farm will answer and document your questions, and we will then reach out to you with the responses. You can also reach us through email, and you can write us your email and express your queries or your comments at agri.incubator@agriculture.gov.bz, and we will be placing this email address on the chat box as well. And Pollyanna is asking if we will be able to access this session via link. Yes, this session will also remain in this YouTube channel, and you will have direct access to that. We will also have the link provided in our Telegram channel. So there in the chat box, you will see that the link has been provided for the Agribusiness Technical Incubator Google Classroom. So you can click on the link and you will have access to all the material that is going to be shared throughout this period, and you're going to be able to download it and work on the different activities that are going to be posted. You're going to be able to read more material, listen to the podcast, look at the videos, and you're going to get lots and lots of information that is going to help you to build a strong Model C canvas. I want to let everyone know that this process that is going to be ending in January is going to help you to build your Model C canvas, which is in fact going to represent your pitch, your business proposal. And this business proposal will then go through a selection process, and the selected enterprises will then go through the incubation process, and we will be working directly with you to ensure that you have a completed business plan as well as support for the implementation of the various investment activities that you would have proposed. I don't see anyone else asking any other questions through the chat group. Remember, you can also raise your questions using Telegram. Our Telegram channel remains open, and you can post your questions there. You will also be able to find this presentation as well as other material that is going to be supporting each of the units that we are going to be presenting to you as we go along in the channel. So remember to stay tuned in the Telegram channel. Okay, I see that we have a few other questions here. Javier Celaya says, will the business idea be discussed as a class or individually? At this point in time, Javier, you're going to be working individually on your specific business proposals, and you're going to be completing the various exercises that are going to be shared with you through the Telegram channel. And we are then going to evaluate the different proposals, and that is going to be evaluated through a selection committee. We will then offer you the coaching and advisory services of the technical incubator once your project is selected. At this time, we will also be able to provide you with some coaching possibilities, and you can reach us through the email address that I have mentioned and has been posted on the chat group, or you can give us a call also on the numbers that I've mentioned, and you are going to be able to get more direct information on how to populate the business model canvas. Okay, so Erwin Wagner is asking if this model has been used before and where it has been used and how it is working. Erwin, yes, this model is actually the product of a Brazilian entity, and the model has resulted, has generated very good results in Brazil and in other countries where it has been applied. and we are certain that it is going to have the same positive effect here in Belize. Also, in the chat group, we have an attendance list. You can see the link there for the attendance list, and we're inviting you to click on it and write your name. We want to ensure that we know who all are participating in this live broadcast, and then we're going to be able to offer you a certificate of participation at the end of the sessions. Okay, Andy has a very good question here. It says, how to make your partner join the group. So Andy, you can have your partner joining the group. If you can share the link with your partner, the link to this channel, and we will also be sharing the link on the Telegram channel. And if you're not able to share the link, then you can write us an email and share the email address for your business partner, and we can share the link directly. We have Javier Zelaya asking a question as well. What criteria will determine which business enterprises will be selected? Also, how and when will this be carried out? So Javier, we're going to share with you the criteria for selection in our next session. And we will also have this criteria available for all of you in the Google Classroom. We will then carry out the selection process at the end of the training period. Hopefully, we're going to be able to do that in early February of next year. Remember, this training is going to end at the end of January. You will notice that an announcement has been placed in the chat group. For those of you who want to access the Google Classroom, there is a code that we are asking you to use for you to be able to gain access. We will also be assigning a mentor, Anita. As Anita is asking if a mentor will be assigned. And yes, we will be assigning the mentors. And we didn't want to do everything today because we don't want to overwhelm all of you, but we will be giving you the direct assistance that you require, and we will have a mentor assigned to you over the next few weeks as we go along. Very well. If you have any queries, remember to write us an email. You can write us at agri.incubator@agriculture.gov.bz. You will see the email address posted on the screen. Very well, I don't see any other questions coming up.
Hi, Silverio. May I have a part?
Yes, Inessa, certainly you can.
Silverio, the first time when we are doing the avant-premiere is sometimes we have some problems, some technical problems. So we have placed the wrong code for the Google Classroom, and now we are placing the right one. So that guys that have been assigning, please go again over there. We have seen that were 8 persons that have been assigning. Please pick this new one that ends with XAD. This is the right code. Thank you very much, Silverio.
Alrighty. Okay. No problem, Inessa. These things tend to happen. And please, everyone, forgive us for this slight error, but you can find, as Inessa mentioned, the correct code for the Google Classroom on the chat box now. And here you have the code on the screen at this time. Remember, we are welcome to join us and subscribe to our Telegram channel as well. And the link to the Telegram channel is going to be placed on the chat box as well. Okay, I see Javier asking if there will be any practical participation with this process or only after the selections. At this time, Javier, this process is strictly virtual. We are taking into consideration all the measures for the pandemic, and so we want to keep you and us all safe. And so we're going to have these sessions being virtual primarily. If there is any specific support that you require, you can reach us through the email address, through the Telegram chat, or through the phone. And I'm going to be repeating the phone numbers in a few moments, and we can render that assistance that you may require. Okay, Salucio Chiak is asking if we can share farming experiences and research through this medium. Certainly, Salucio, we can share with you the various experiences that we'll have that may be related to the topic or to your specific business idea or enterprise that you're trying to build. If you can share with us through the Telegram chat your specific business and what support you require, then we can certainly share more information with you. You will find the email address once again on the screen, and it's also on the chat box for your perusal. I just want to remind all of you that these sessions, these broadcasting sessions on this YouTube channel are going to last between 30 to 45 minutes, and we hope that they are going to be very useful for you. The videos will remain in the channels and will remain available through YouTube, so you can always go back and listen to the presentations. You can look at the work that is going to be done, and you can then reach us out and raise your concerns, your queries, your comments. Very well. I don't see any other questions coming up. We have shared the link to the Telegram channel on the chat box, so please click on it and subscribe to the channel so that you can follow the Agri Business Incubator materials that are going to be shared with you. Okay, so Gary Young is telling us that there is no chat available on the Telegram channel. So Gary, if you click on the three buttons on the upper right corner of the channel, you can access the discussion group, and that will open up a chat option where you can share your comments, and we will be reaching out to you. So Helen Choco is asking if during these 6 weeks we're going to be looking at the business model canvas only and then carry out the pitch. And you're right, Miss Helen, the business model canvas that has been presented by Miss Inessa is what we're going to be populating through these 6 weeks of training. So for each session, we're going to be looking at a specific area of the business model canvas, and we are going to be helping you out and sharing more information to help you to populate the business proposal. All right. Very well. Okay. So Roscoe is asking if we are going to be having any assignments shared in the Google Classroom. And yes, we will have some activities and exercises for you guys to carry out as we go along with the presentations and covering the different materials in the different units. So we invite you to subscribe to the channel so that every time that we post some new information, you will get a notification and you will be able to follow the information that we're sharing. Okay, so Juan Lara is asking about the schedule, and very well, you'll see on the screen that we have shared the actual dates that we are going to be having these types of sessions where we're going to be broadcasting live, and you're going to have the opportunity to raise your questions and your concerns on the chat box, and we're going to be giving you real-time responses to them. So we're going to have our sessions on a weekly basis. So the next session is going to be on the 22nd of December, where we're going to be looking at the theory of change. Then on the 29th of December, we're going to be looking at the value chain and business opportunities. On the 5th of January, that is going to be in the new year, we're going to have our customer and beneficiaries. We're going to be looking at those topics as well as marketing. And January 13th, we're going to be looking at the purpose and the value proposition. And we're also going to be looking on the 18th of January at the organizational capacity and key partners. On the 20th of January, we're going to be looking at the key resources. And then on the 25th of January, we're going to look at the financial plan. And the last session, we're going to have our last session on the 27th of January, where we're going to be sharing with you information on the finalization of your pitch and your certification for being part of this program. So all the presentations are live presentations, and so we can answer your questions through this medium every week. If you decide or you're not able to join us at any point in time, you can still come to the YouTube channel. You can view the presentation, and then you can also raise the questions on the Telegram channel, on the Telegram chat, which will remain open for you. You can also reach us by email. Remember our email, it is on the screen at the moment. It's agri.incubator@agriculture.gov.bz, or you can give us a call as well at 842-8535 or 804-2191. Very well. The phone number has also been shared on the chat group. So please go ahead and give us a call if you have any queries that you want to raise, or you can write us directly through the email address that is on the screen. There, David and Carmen, they're asking if the attendance will be placed after the session. The attendance link has been shared on the chat group. You can go ahead and click on that. It's going to be placed once more for you all to be able to document your attendance. There it is. The attendance list has been posted again on the chat group. Go ahead and click on the link and ensure that your name is captured so that we can document that you have participated in tonight's session. Very well. We are coming to the end of tonight's session, and as such, I want to say thank you to the Incubator team, all our team members here from Belize and from the Bahamas. I want to say thank you also to all of you who have taken the time to be with us tonight and who have been sharing your comments and who will be writing your queries through our Telegram chat and our email address, and who will be calling us. So we really look forward to receiving your your comments. Remember, our next session will be held on Wednesday, December 22nd, and we are starting at 7 p.m. through this same YouTube channel. We're also going to be sharing the link to the channel through the Telegram chat, so please go ahead and subscribe to our Agri Incubator channel on Telegram. So until next week, Wednesday, we ask you to keep safe and see you all next week.